Yes, all men. There is no such thing as a male friend. Every single one of them wants to use you for something. Therapist, bangmaid, bank, improve their status, pseudo-mom, free labor, etc., etc. And that's just the non-violent parts.
I've come across a whole lot of r/female dating strategy posts like this one in the past, and honestly, I've always kind of seen it as questionable waters, but stupid stuff like this just outright makes me want to get my floaties. Plus, really, saying all men at the same time, you're also having a problem if somebody says all women. Yeah, no, that totally works. Let me guess, you're also the same type of person that has kill all men somewhere on their profile, isn't it? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video for the day. We're going back into r/justlegbeardthings, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications.
Seriously, what the frick is wrong with men?
Yes, because it's apparently bad to sit comfortably and, because God forbid there's anything down there. I feel like the people that wrote this book really need to take a bag of marbles, put it between their legs, and then try to sit straight for an hour, maybe 2 hours even. And, God forbid, we don't want to smush them.
The one thing I can agree on with Wasp and Yellow Jackets is being protective of their queen. Only of some guys wear that way with their ladies makes for a better world. Except if the queen is compromised, the men will turn violent and uncontrollable. Wasps sting multiple times, unlike bees. And I like non-violent men. I'd rather shoot the aggressive ones, which is why I even own a pew-pew. LOL. Human men are unpredictable, and I've been mugged too many times. You're telling me not to be a sexist against my gender, but I'm embarrassed to represented by current-day males.
Okay, dang, I haven't heard this one before. Okay, so a nice guy, a legbeard, and a white knight walk into a bar. I'm no professional at buying firearms myself, but I'm fairly certain saying that because men is the reason, I don't know if that's going to go over well with the person selling the pew-pew. Like, a legit reason would be, hey, I'm going hunting, or, hi, there's this range down the road that I want to go to, not because men. How a DIY asymmetrical haircut helped me eliminate my white privilege.
It was an easy choice for me. After becoming #woke to the evils of people with white skin have committed, I knew I could no longer be a part of— yeah, that's where it cuts off, but we all know we're asking the same question in our mind. How? Like, I definitely am kind of curious as to how exactly getting your hair cut that way, eliminates privilege. I feel like that would make not as many people as you thought understand, and more so, they would giggle. Update, my 23F BF 25M keeps asking me to shave my pubic hair, and I'm losing my mind. TLDR, I kept the pubes, stitch the man. Okay, why in the shit does this have 52,000 upvotes? Okay, I'm just gonna preemptively cover up half of this just because I feel like YouTube's gonna catch on, but ma'am, why in the world did you get a red onion tattoo on your armpit? I can understand people like veggies and all. I like a little bit of onion on my pizza, but I don't think it's worth getting a tattoo of, okay? Men should pay dowry according to the wife's sexual experience. The more, the merrier. How about we just come to an agreement not to judge people based on any of the experiences regarding the under the sheet shuffle that anybody has had in the past? Dear men, what is preventing you from looking like this?
Yeah, the real kicker to this one is the person that posted this tweet and the person that posted literally the last one that I covered. It's the same person. Might have had to censor the name because identity stuff, but I see what it is before I cover it up. Men, my worst fear is to be falsely accused of r/violence. Also, men, we can be 100% sure Carol Baskin killed her husband, although there is no proof. Yes, because one of those things was a part of a reality TV show, and the other one is something that has actually put people away for years, and Meanwhile, the person that made that statement had little to nothing even close happen to them.
And something I'm noticing is that in order for women to be with a guy, she has to lower her standards. It is rarely the opposite. Men rarely raise their standards to be with a woman as well. This doesn't count for women who know they're worth it, but even then, it seems women continuously need to lower themselves in some way to fit in, or be with a guy, lol. Unless be mature and grown and super duper woke and aware.
I've seen way too many posts in both Nice Guys and Nice Girls, and just in subreddits in general, where there will be people that think they are diamonds, but in reality are cubic zirconium. You also need to realize that if you want somebody that has this type of quality of life, you can't just walk into a room and demand that. It's very much the whole you give what you get kind of thing. Like, basically, you can't ask people to lower their standards when you have such high standards for yourself, and really weird ones, obviously. Like, I've seen Tinder posts that just straight up have the first thing they say is like, don't talk to me unless you're 6'4". That is like 2% of the population.
Manspreading has crossed over to the realm of running, and it is not okay. Taking up space in the world seems hardwired for men, but right now it reeks of selfishness, says Helen Coffrey. We have shit that does not like to be squeezed, okay?
God forbid I wake up after sleeping with a weighted blanket and I have to now walk weird for the rest of the day. New LGBT parents are suffering homophobic and transphobic hurts from their own children during the lockdown, a charity has revealed. Just turn off the internet on them little schmucks. They'll quiet and learn that it's not okay. The die-cis scum girl left feminism and is normal now. I think when it comes to it, being able to admit that you had weird past is the first step to being able to improve yourself as a human being, and if you can admit you messed up, you got respect from me. People should be able to talk to other people regardless of political affiliation. It's just the extremes of both sides are kind of what put a sour note in the word politics. Being able to agree on something and disagree on something is just part of being human, but don't dehumanize somebody just because your political thing is not in perfectly line with theirs. Also, I really like your haircut. It looks very nice. Like, it's that type of short haircut that I always put the Cat Williams video behind. Think about it. A man brutally R's a woman. If that man had never been born in the first place, he would never have R. If you give birth to a child who goes on to have another child who goes on to have a son who grows up to become a man who R's a woman, then you have blood on your hands. Had you not procreated, the R never would have happened. If you flip a coin, the probability that it lands on heads is 50%. If you flip it once and you get tails, that's not surprising. If you flip it again and you get another tails, that's also not surprising because there's a 25% chance that that happens. If you flip it a third time and it is tails, well, there is a 12.5% probability it happened. Basically, the more times you flip a coin, the more likely it is that you get tails eventually. It is inevitable you will get a tail if you continually flip the coin. The same applies with men. Suppose you give birth to a son. Suppose there is a 10% chance that the man commits R. Your son may not be a R, your grandson may not be a R, but eventually, like the coin flip, one of your male descendants will inevitable R a women. Hence, it follows logically that if you give birth, you have committed R. Procreation leads inevitably to R. Procreation is the root of all evil. This isn't just a stupid post, it's a stupid post that also, if you change the word R to crime, is Minority Report. Seriously, it's not a bad movie, actually. I'm always a sucker for sci-fi, so definitely check it out if you got a minute. Let's keep the fi in sci-fi actually there, because if you think it's perfectly fine to give somebody consequences for something your descendants 700 years down the road may do, then that just makes you look like one of the biggest idiots ever. Same thing goes for people that want to punish people for things that happened maybe 400 or 500 years ago on your family tree. It just don't make sense at all. Unpopular opinion, Carol Baskins did what you ages only talk about doing. Killed her cheating husband, got rid of the body, took all of his money, and found a dedicated third husband who knows not to look at her wrong. Carol may be a B, but she is
that be, and all you cool cats and kittens wish you had the juice. Truly, I stand Carol for almost everything, except for being endorsed. You're right about that, though.
Yeah, I got absolutely no reason to watch Tiger King, and now I actually have motivation as to not watch it, and I still refuse to accept the fact that that show was based off of a real-life thing.
Do not speak Germixon here. As long as you only speak English, you are alright.
It's not an attack, it's a logical statement based on a single accusation, and why the heck did you censor the word German?
Because of gendered language, and I suggest you censor it too.
Ah yes, because Gerwoman is a word, or Gerperson.
Stop now.
You are literally saying that German, a word referring to a language, is a gendered word. Stop using gendered language. Is it really that difficult to use Germixon and make people feel more secure and safe?
Censor the word, or you will be censored.
Speaking of censorship, why are y'all so happy with it when it can be just as quickly be applied to journalism? Yeah, no, it kinda do seem weird that you feel you have to make sure that there's an X between M and N in case there happens to have been an E in the middle. Only thing I can remember of people do that is that they don't want people on Twitter finding out that they have this opinion on stuff. But with that, that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.